If you're someone who's trying to make money with copywriting, but you haven't been able to be successful yet, there's a huge chance that your skills are the thing that's actually holding you back. Because look, man, let's be real. No business is going to pay you $2K, $3K, $4K a month, and you have no idea even how to write a good piece of copy. So what is the best way to actually sharpen your copywriting skills in the shortest amount of time possible? Well, of course, it is actually getting your copy reviewed by professionals. So that's exactly why in this video, I want to show you a highlight reel of some of the best reviews that I've been conducting in my private community, and of course give them out for free for all of you guys so that you guys can actually improve your copywriting skills and get some clients as soon as possible so you can start making some money with copywriting. So here's what we're gonna do. Perfect. So the problem is an affiliate marketing program. Okay, good. I'm glad that you have all this information in here because it really shows to the new guys. This is how in depth we get with like what kind of copy we're writing, right? So there's different types of disrupts. There's different types of intrigues. There's different types of CTAs. You can mix and match each of them. Copywriting is really, really extremely formulaic. Like I say in my videos, and like I learned it from Jason Capital, copy really, really is not written. It's assembled, especially with stuff like ChatGPT and stuff. Like, man, you barely have to write actually anything. You're never looking at a blank screen. You're never sitting there having writer's block. There is no writing. How do you have writer's block when you're just putting stuff together? It's like, doesn't make any sense. So the perplexing question. So subject line, 5 days equals 2 to 3K a month. Okay. So yeah, I would say it's a bit more on the familiar side, but the reason why it works is because because it's slightly vague. Like, has somebody made 2 to 3K a month in 5 days? Can I make 2 to 3K a month in 5 days? Have you made 2 to 3K in 3K in 5 days? How did you do it? You know, all these sorts of things. So we're gonna see. First name. The information on how to make money online has never been more available, especially with the rise of social media. Then how is it that so many people are struggling? So you wouldn't say struggling to live paycheck to paycheck. I would say like, why aren't so many people living paycheck to paycheck? It's just shorter, cleaner, simpler. A lot of the times, if you want to like always make your copy better and improve, you would just go through and cut stuff out. If you just make it like all mean the same thing but shorter, you just made a better email. So, for example, if the information on how to make money has never been more available, you don't even need this either. Especially like you don't need that cut. Like you could cut a lot of this, and like we were saying, like 14-word leads. So let's see, tools, word count. We are at 14, so that's the max. So you could even like a lot of this isn't necessary. So you could essentially say there's more make money online content than ever before. But if that's true, then how is it that so many people are living paycheck to paycheck? The information is out there. So what is it, right? But as for the perplexing question, you did it right. And it's true. You know, if literally you got dudes out here like the 4D, Tyson 4D, out here putting 24 hours of courses out on for free on YouTube, how is not hundreds of thousands of people becoming 10K a month copywriters? Well, maybe the information isn't the problem. Maybe it has to do with themselves. Right? So what the solution isn't. Okay, good. It can't just be luck, because there are numerous individuals out there going from 0 to 3 to 4K a month in less than a year. It also can't be due to a lack of clients, because you can find one just typing a few words in the Google or Instagram search bar. True. And it certainly can't be a deficiency of time, because over the years, I've gotten to know so many business owners, all with jam-packed schedules, who still manage to be available to even $200 for a simple Facebook post. To pay even $2? Okay, good. So yeah, these are good not statements. So what it isn't. So essentially what this is building intrigue and / kind of handling objections, right? So it's like, you know, why can't you get rich? It's not because you don't have enough time. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. Or you have a 9 to 5, boo-hoo, bro. It's literally 8 hours. Sleep 8 hours. You go to work 8 hours. You still got 8 hours left. You telling me with 8 hours every single day and weekends, you can't make something happen? Come on, bro. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, my boy. So CTA, hard CTA for a free product. Okay, dope. You see, first name, making thousands of dollars online each month is all about finding the right information you need and applying it little by little every day. In fact, the best knowledge is the one that is always applicable. Well, a knowledge isn't really a one, so you probably have to reword this. The best knowledge is, you can just say the best knowledge is always applicable. The best type of knowledge is always applicable. Because knowledge isn't really a tangible item. It's not a noun, I think is the right word. For example, let's say you can implement everything you've learned about affiliate marketing. Okay, so this is a justification, right? This is the justification of, I guess what would you call it? Hypothetical and kind of an analogy. Analogy. So analogy. So if I was convincing you that you can make money, you can get rich no matter what, despite your excuses, I would say, okay, for example, let's say you worked 8 hours on this every single day and a good 12 hours on it every single weekend to come out to 64 hours a week. Not to mention all the holidays you'd be working on it as well. So 64 hours every single week for a year. How is it realistically possible that you'd be so bad, so utterly useless that you still can't make at least enough to quit your day job, which is probably $3,000 to $4,000 a month, sometimes less. And then you unlock an extra 8 hours every single day. So now you have an extra 40 hours. So if you wanted to, I mean, I'm not saying you could do this, but you'd have hundreds of hours a week to put your all into something that's already working for you because you're making 2 to 3K a month. 10K a month is literally right there. Like it's so simple, right? So that's a justification where I'm using a hypothetical and I'm comparing it to something. So just like he's using here. For example, let's say you can implement everything you've learned about affiliate marketing. Then you wouldn't have a hard time earning 2 to 3K a month, assuming, of course, that you did have the right information, which is why I made a 3-step blueprint that's designed to be applicable in just 5 days. Okay. And it's how I've made $10,000 in my first 90 days. So if you want access to the science behind this affiliate marketing, and learn how to apply it so you can kickstart your journey to financial freedom, click here to check the system. You can be implemented in 5 days to earn 1 to 3K a month. Okay, solid. So as for the exercise, I would say that you completed the exercise and you passed, right? So this all makes sense. All the sections make sense. They all work together well. They all flow together well. Things that you could add or improve. Going from can't be. So like some stuff with flow and wording and cut out some fluff. So for example, when you do this right here, it's called, I say this on the lives a lot because people often come with copy like this, but be more choosy, right? Don't say, oh, well, you can just use Facebook or Instagram search bar. Like the point is you could just take out the word Google or take out the word Instagram and it would mean the exact same thing. The whole email would be the exact same. So cut one out. Like, yes, those two options are there, but again, just cut it out. And it's like over here. The information to make money online, never more available, especially with the rise of social media. It's like, is it really necessary? Like, yeah, you're somewhat adding to your point, but especially in the very beginning, like in the first 3 lines, in the first 4 lines, you don't want to have one extra word. Again, that's where it's most important. I was talking to you about TikToks, YouTube videos, emails are the same thing. You need it to be as lean information as possible. Social media, still struggling to live paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, so essentially, you actually have the structure down really well. Overall, the email is a solid email, right? You can make it better by cutting out a whole bunch of stuff. You could just really, really trim this down. And also just make sure that the English and the wording and the flow is as clear and precise and easy to understand as possible. Those are the biggest things, right? If you have those down, once you have those down, and then you add a couple more very small, engaging in more engaging / humorous / persuasive things, like you add some really interesting analogies and stuff, then this copy has potential to become like really good, like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So good job, brother. All right, let's get into it. Hey man, I'm at work. I can't really talk. No problem, brother. You keep on working. Guys, dude's out here even tuning in while he's at work. Where were we? Use each of the 3 angles shown in the video lesson in emails for a product. So saving time. Not doing this is costing you money and throwing stones at the competition. Okay, sweet. 3 very easy angles. So saving times. More gains in half the time. Awesome. Hey name, if you want to get serious about fitness, but feel like you don't have enough time to spend in the gym, then you might want to strap yourself in, because I will rock your mind with what it actually means to train effectively. Yeah, it sounds a bit too, it's not too much. It depends on the brand voice, right? This is a brand voice thing, because I would put, I'm about to rock your mind. So that makes it feel like what you're about to read next is about to be like, boom, that stuff right there. We've all seen those huge gym bros that spend 2, 3, or even 4 hours in the gym. But what if you can get the same results in less than half the time per session? This is where minimalist training comes in. So I would put like less than half the time per session. So what if you could get the same results as the dudes who are in the gym for 4 hours, but you just spend 30 to 45 minutes of intense training? This is where minimalist training comes in. By focusing on compound movements that target multiple muscle groups and incorporating them into high-intensity interval training, HIIT sessions, you maximize efficiency and effectiveness, making your workouts not need to pass an hour per session to see the same results. Again, grammar. Shouldn't be seeing any grammar mistakes. I should see literally 0 every single call. If you like how this sounds and you want to give this type of training a chance, reply this email with free PDF, and I will send you a free guide containing the most effective routines, so you can just start working out. So you can start without worrying about unnecessary details. That's it for now. Valentine, the greatest copywriter ever lived. P.S. Keep an eye on more insane value emails like this. Okay, sweet. I do like it. You could also add some justifications here, right? So, or like an analogy, right? So it's hard to come up with one off the top of my head that comes with fitness, but just give an analogy of someone being overly inefficient, right? Someone saving 10 minutes but spending an hour, right? Where it's like really you're not getting the best bang for your buck, or the best bang for your time, I guess it would be. But if you add a little bit more justification, it would be even better. You did do a good job by being like, by focusing on compound movements and incorporating HIIT training, you maximize blah, blah, blah. But you could add something in here that makes it like, so this right here is like the equivalent of a feature, right? Where novice people are going to be like, bro, you're talking about compound movements, HIIT training. What the hell does that mean? So you'd be like, translation, whatever. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Or you could just make an actual analogy, right? I'm not going to come up with one off the top of my head because I don't want to be sitting here thinking for a minute. But if you spend like 10 brain calories on this, you'll be able to come up with something really good. All right, great. Good job, bro. Let's do it. Boom, and then we're going to go to fit. Subject line, make peace with your plate. I like it, bro. Good job. I don't know. I hate to say it, but I feel like ChatGPT came up with that, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but that's just a guess. Hey, first name. Ever feel like mealtime is more of a battlefield than a peaceful retreat? This is definitely ChatGPT. It has to be. It has to be. The analogies are too fire. It's easy for many people to see food as the enemy in their quest for health. This can lead to stress, guilt, and an unhealthy relationship with eating. This is good. It's a good example of really getting deep with what the person is feeling, right? So in other emails, it'd be like, people don't like that they can't lose weight while eating their favorite foods. It's like, that's the most basic shit everybody's always heard in the absolute world, right? A lot of people end up seeing food as the enemy on their quest for health. This can lead to stress, guilt, and an unhealthy relationship with eating. That's deeper. It's deeper. It's the stuff that people are like, damn, I didn't even know that other people felt that way. I didn't know that he would know that I feel like that. You see, the key to a successful diet is not keto, because it can lead to deficiencies in essential nutrients. It's not paleo because it's restrictive. This is good, other than the fact that the wording is off, right? So for example, you'd say, the key to success is not your average fitfluencer pushed diets. And then you would give the list. So you'd be like, keto leaves you with deficiencies, whatever, I'm not spelling it right, but paleo is overly restrictive and veganism is cringe. So that's how you'd want to word it more, because this way is like really clunky. Like, you see, the key to successful diet is not keto because it can lead to deficiencies. Also, using it to refer back, right? And that's something that confuses people a lot. It's not paleo because it's restrictive and not sustainable. It's not vegan either because it can be reliant on processed vegan food. Okay. Anyways, yeah, just try this one here on the right. That structure. The key, first name, is understanding your body's personal needs. If you know more about what diet is best for you, reply with this email with diet. Cheers. Okay. So it's not terrible, but here's what you could do, right? You could add a little bit more meat and value in here. Because essentially you're like, it's not all those, it's actually this. And then you don't prove it, you don't justify it, you don't talk more about it, right? So I'd say add value and justifications, right? So off the top of my head, I might be like, it's more about what diet is best for you and your lifestyle. So for example, how active are you? Do you sit at a desk 8 hours a day? Or are you on a work site walking around and carrying lumber? Or what kind of training do you do? Are you do you go to the gym 5 days a week and do a bodybuilding split? Or are you more of a spin cycle person? What do you like to eat? Is your crutch or is your guilty pleasure chocolates and candies, or is your guilty pleasure hamburgers and pizza? These might sound like and seem like things that aren't overly important or don't necessarily play in to what diet you should pick, when in reality, they are the biggest determining factors between how healthy and how great of or how close to your fitness goals you'll get. Now, if you want a personalized meal plan that's completely tailored to you and all the things that I previously mentioned, then reply back with the word diet. Because I expect there to be dozens or even a couple hundred people to reply, I'm only going to make this available for the next 12 hours. So make sure that if you are serious about getting lean or losing fat in 2024, that you don't wait and reply that with the word diet right now. Boom. So right there, I just made a dope email off the top of my head, saying it as I was thinking it, right? So I added urgency in there. I added a little bit more value. I gave some examples. I gave some analogies. Like, all these things could have made this email like absolute banger. The email for what it is fine. Everything I see is good. There's some wording stuff that you could add, and yeah, just add some more value and justifications. All right, One more, my people, one more. Warm up email number 3, join community. Other people make you fat? That's pretty interesting. This is definitely more on the curious side. So this is what I mean by curiously familiar, where it's like familiar because the subject is relevant. So this is going to people who are in the fat loss community, but there's also a curiosity element to it, like other people. What does that mean? How? So I like it so far. Hey, first name. Ever struggled to stick to your weight loss plan? No matter how bad you want to change your body? Well, all of us have. But there's one thing 90% of people don't realize is exactly what's stopping them. This could be worded better. Look at it this way. When trying to burn fat, most people instinctively focus on changing themselves, diet, exercise, etc. Makes sense, right? Well, yeah, but the problem might not lie with you, at least not entirely. Because the truth is, the people that you surround yourself with could be the issue. I would put like a big contributing factor. Obviously, that's not the actual language you want to use, but that's more of the angle that I would go. Oh, just one slice of cake won't hurt. Come on, man. You don't need to go to the gym today. What's the worst that could happen? Wow, eating healthy now, huh? These kinds of people make your fitness journey harder when it doesn't have to be. I would add something here, kind of like, that's kind of like an analogy to give people a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Now, again, I'm not saying you need to add this in here, but this is just something off the top of my head I think that would work here, what it reminds me of. In fact, friends like these could be exactly why you're struggling to stick to your new lifestyle. That's why you need to stamp your foot to the ground. Make it clear that you're not the one making decisions. Make it clear that you're the one making decisions and that those decisions align with your goals. It's not selfish. It's not selfish. It's self-care. Being healthy isn't narcissistic or unkind. And if saying no means you have to cut certain people out of your life, then you know what you have to do. But I have no one else to talk to. Don't worry, I got you covered. That's exactly why I built the new Body Brotherhood Discord server, a community of like-minded high achievers seeking to transform their appearance once and for all, striving to help each other hit their weight loss goals, not to mention the awesome coaches giving advice for free. You're the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. This is your chance to pick the right 5. Join here for $0 and make your fat loss journey you'll never forget. See you inside. Honestly, I'm glad that we ended off with this email because this is probably the best email that we've read today. Great job, Oleg. Let's get it on. So this email aims to get a reply. It's a weight loss program for women. Oh gosh, I don't know if women weight loss really like funny stuff. I guess they kind of do. But women humor is also way different from male humor. Women humor will like, especially women who want to lose weight, that's like moms. Moms will post like Despicable Me Minions memes on Facebook. Like that's their shit right there. Subject line, first name, you hurt my feelings. Okay, so this is a curiosity subject line and a pattern disrupt. So here's the thing, right? And I was just talking to the 4D Empire guys, the guys on my team, like Costin and Jasper, about this earlier today, where these types of subject lines are good, right? They're good for incorporating, like getting more opens, right? But you can't do them all the time. So if you look at Sabri Subri, for example, he does these, like, in my opinion, too often, right? Where it's just like something really, really out crazy. So the thing that you need to remember when it comes to pattern disrupt emails is that you don't want to send the pattern disrupt emails too often, right? Because if every single email I sent was like something crazy, like almost clickbaity, I'm switching to drop shipping or your last email first name, then they wouldn't work nearly as well. And the other thing with these is that you don't want to make them actual clickbait. So there's a difference between creating an intriguing subject line and creating clickbait, right? The thing with clickbait is that it has nothing to actually do with the video. So if you make the title and thumbnail something really, really intriguing, but the video, for example, if it's a video on YouTube, has nothing to do with the title or thumbnail, the watch time is going to be terrible. Nobody's going to care about it, and it's just going to fall flat on its face. If anything, it hurts you, right? And the same goes with emails. So you have to make sure that these emails, they make sense. So I was actually looking at Jason Wojo. Jason Wojo's reel. He had a reel that just popped up on my Explore page. And what he said is that one of his most profitable emails that he's ever sent is an abandoned cart sequence email. And the subject line of the email is missing child. And then the preview is the postal code that the person signed up with. So imagine the email says missing child, and the preview is your specific postal code. Now you're gonna be like, oh, well, this looks important. Let me open it up. And the missing child in question here is your abandoned cart, right? So it's like, hey, I found your missing child, aka your abandoned cart. Now, that one is a little bit clickbaity. I'm not gonna lie, that one's quite clickbaity, but it still worked for him. And he said he got like 80% complete carts after that. So not bad, not bad. But it goes to prove my point. I've got two people in my bad books. One, my husband, because he hasn't completed his part of the household chores this week for the 101st time in a row. And two, because my friend has the most beautiful smile on her face. Oh wait, that's you. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Because to say the least, you hurt my feelings. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, so the thing is that this is good, right? But when we're doing comedy even, we have to remember to not forget the basics and the fundamentals, right? So here's what's in it for me. Kind of talking about I have two people in my like if you could just easily create a new intro in here, right? So you hurt my feelings and then some other stuff. So you can say like, hey, first name. I don't know what the big thing of this is, but like the big idea. But people are going to be like, why am I reading this, right? That's the first thing that people ask, right? So, you read all the way here and you're still asking, why am I reading this? Why would I read this? So what's in it for me? Let's say this email is about, I have a weight loss program that is actually tailored to you. So for example, hey, first name, you can say something about how diets suck. Say something about how everybody's different and everybody's diet is different and everybody's goal are different. And then you could somehow tie it into the I've got two people in my bad books, but you probably want to create a lead before this. But as we were, because to say the least, you hurt my feelings. And I know what you're thinking. How on Evans did I hurt this person's feelings? You must have lost your marbles. Well, sometimes I do lose my marbles. But just hear me out for 2 seconds. When I was reading my emails last night, I realized that just like my lazy husband avoiding the dirty dishes, you've been avoiding reaching out to me. You've kept me in the dark about your fitness journey, makes my heart shatter into 1,000 pieces, turning my emotional state into Humpty Dumpty. Just kidding, first name. I'll survive. Barely. But on a serious note, sharing your weight loss journey with someone helps you stay on track and even burn fat faster. You speaking about the highs and lows allows you to reflect on your path to the dream weight by pinpointing your hurdles and what works for you. Nurturing such clarity helps to develop a fat loss instinct that bites at you every time you're about to make a bad food choice. Okay, so from this point, it's like, I get it. Now it seems like just waffling, right? So I get it, right? Sharing your weight loss journey with someone helps you stay on track and burn fat even faster. Okay, I buy it. And then you're like, oh, fat loss instinct, it bites you every time. It's like, yeah, got it. It pushes you to work out more. Now, as a bonus, picture this. So you'd want to do like, picture this. Someone you're talking to as an expert in the world of fat loss. And by someone, I don't mean your typical triple degree health doctor who is one of those blessed individuals never having to struggle with their weight, giving you the classic eat less, exercise more advice. Okay, so the relatability here is good. The exaggeration here, I definitely see that you're using the things exaggeration. I mean, someone who has actually walked the same journey that you are in now. A woman who's tried more diets than a restaurant items has on the menu. Endured more pointless cardio. Okay, you definitely don't need to list this one out. Endured more pointless cardio sessions than a hamster on a wheel, and had her emotions dictate her food choices like a needy baby endlessly screaming demands. That woman isn't Barack Obama's mom. Still a great woman, though. That woman is me. So because you've been ignoring me, here's how you can fix my broken heart, first name. You spill the beans on your fitness journey, the good, the bad, and even the I ate a whole pizza horror scenario. This is good. This is good. And in return, I'll celebrate your wins with wins and bear the losses with you. That's good. While giving you some free weight loss wisdom, because I genuinely care about you feeling happy in your own body. If you're trying to like sell like a making money online product or an investment strategy product or a men's weight loss product or men's muscle building product, usually they would never be as gullible as to think, oh, well, this person just wants me to tell them spill the beans because they care about me. They want like I read a really stupid sales page one time that was built by a complete beginner noob. And he was talking about at the end, he was like, I'm actually losing money advertising this sales page because it's so cheap, but I am actually still running ads to it because I care about you and I want to help more people like you. It's like, bro, how gullible you think people really are? This dude's literally spending $100 to $500 a day on ads so that he could just help a whole bunch of people he doesn't even know. It's a load of shit, right? Because we're talking about the female weight loss, we're talking about moms, they'd probably be all over this. So it works in this context. So reply to this email with anything concerning your fat loss journey. My inbox is always open. Yours truly. Interesting. So yeah, I would say biggest critiques. One, be conciseness. Two would be what's in it for me. In the way of like cutting fluff. Okay, good. Working on yourself isn't enough to attract women. You can't expect to magnetically attract girls by ignoring them. Honestly, but you have a better chance with them. You'll get tons of 6s and 7s and girls like, bro, it's weird, bro. Go out to the club and it's like dudes are like, oh, bro, you getting all these women, and it's like, no, bro, they're not at the level. Do you really think that distancing yourself from women will get you closer to them? That's like saying the best way to get ripped is avoiding the gym. What? Point is, going quote unquote monk mode to work on yourself isn't attractive to girls. I'll let it pass. It's good in the context of this email. Remember those kids in high school, the ones who partied, failed classes, cheated on girlfriends? But what did the girls do? They craved those dudes more than Gucci. True. I don't know about Morgan Gucci. Personally, I don't know any girls that love Gucci, but you could put something even crazier here. So girls love, what's something that girls love? Can you give me something relatable and funny that girls love? If like girls love these cheating ass dudes more than blah. Sushi? Yeah, sushi is more than adventures or sushi. Bro, every girl, I don't know what it is, but they're just crazy for adventures. Like their Tinder bios, like everything, like, oh, let's go on an adventure. I love to adventure. Starbucks, Sephora. Yeah, Sephora as well. Shopping, posting Snapchat stories. Attention. Yeah, true. I'll put some ones that I find interesting. Starbucks, social media, or their phone. And what's another one? Yeah, why do girls all have just cracked up phones, bro? It's crazy. Girls got the most dusty phones I've ever seen in my life. They got this goddamn iPhone 10 with like, oh yeah, the back is smashed, the cameras are smashed, the screen's smashed, but it still works. Would do anything for a snippet of attention. They crave those dudes. This doesn't add. Take away. While the kids who worked their asses off and got straight A's, utterly forgotten about. This is a good justification. Obviously, we all know, working on yourself helps, but this is true as well. Look, first name, working hard isn't enough. If you want to feel seen by women, you need to know how to make them covet you. How to make them covet you. Jesus Christ. What is this, biblical times, bro? I don't even know what. Just nah, bro. My boy literally said covet, bro. This is like James chapter 3, verse 5. Oh, bro, I'm weak. There's an art to attraction. Good. So if you want to become Leonardo da Vinci, tune in on Saturday, December 9th to a free masterclass. $0 because you've already lost enough time listening to the BS dating advice. Inside, you'll learn how to catch the attention of every girl in the room. The number one mistake and the 3-step system to never feeling invisible again. All of this and more. Save your spot here. If you're tired of red pill dating advice that doesn't work, you won't want to miss this. Side note, they told me, they told you to work on yourself so that you buy their 2K course. Sign off. P.S. This is what happens when you listen to the gurus. Being alone. Okay, dope. So he used a couple visuals. He used a couple relatabilities. Boom. Okay, dope. Good job. This one was good as well. I actually like these. We've come a long way, bro. Come a long way. Especially from the beginning where I was looking at pickle copy way back when, where it didn't even make sense. Like literally the copy itself didn't make sense. Like you're just like, wait, what? I don't even know what he's trying to say. Yeah, good copy. Good job, homie. Email with over-the-top humor for getting people back engaged on list 1. Okay, good, dope. Subject line: you made my wife slap me. Name. Hey, name. This morning at 7:02 a.m., I was happier than when the Just Eat app notifies me that my food is on the way. I don't know about you guys, but what the hell is Just Eats? Maybe that's some stuff in the States. But you want to use the most, so this is a good example actually. You want to use the most universal things possible. I know the Just Eat app is probably like a skip the dishes or whatever, right? But mid Uber Eats, oh, it's in the UK? What the hell? UK is like it's like an alternate universe. I was happier than when Uber Eats told me my food is here. That was until I checked my email list and my whole face went pale because name was no longer opening my emails. My heart started beating like at record-breaking speeds. All of a sudden, the hairs on my arm stood up and it looked like a cornfield. I don't believe what I was seeing, so I sprinted to my lovely wife, Claire. With a huge smile and absolutely zero hesitation, she smacked the shit out of me. After feeling the excruciating pain, I burst into tears. Not because Claire slapped me, but because I realized it wasn't a dream. All right. Also, feels like the ramblings of a madman a little bit. You're telling me that your face went pale because I wasn't looking at your emails. Claire slapped you in the face, smacked the shit out of you. You started crying. This sounds like a domestic abuse case, my boy. This sounds like I wanted to give you a helpline. And name truly doesn't care about my emails anymore. Even when I thought we were building a connection, at this point, I'm on my knees begging for you to come back. This is giving me Joe Goldberg vibes. You guys know who Joe Goldberg is? Nah, you guys don't know who Joe Goldberg is. Bruv, this is Joe Goldberg right here. He's from You. He's from that movie. If you guys haven't seen the movie You yet, like, look, okay, I get it. It was one of those movies where I saw a girl watching it and I was like, bro, this is stupid. Episode 2 comes and I'm like, wait, were they dating right there? She's like, no, you missed it. They actually started linking up. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. This show's still stupid. In episode 3, I'm like, oh, shit. What the hell just happened? I can't believe he just did that. Why would he just do that? He was just talking to that girl and then all of a sudden he kills her. What just happened? And she's like, yeah, I know. It was one of those, okay? It's a guilty pleasure. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. It's not my most proudest moment. For my sake, and because you are missing out on so many mindset gems, which have helped me go from 0 to over 12K a month in under 90 days. So please, if you want to get back on the email list and start receiving a shit ton of value for free again, then you can by clicking here. Peace out. So a couple things. First of all, the one, I would create more value. 2, I would model salary less because this is like the same thing. And like I get that a lot of people do that, and I even say like steal like an artist. But here's the other thing that you guys need to know: stealing from one person is plagiarism. Stealing from 5 people is called research. So again, just like it was really clear that what you modeled this email off of, right? So take it like 2 or 3 emails or 5 emails that you really like, and like literally Frankenstein them all together. And then you essentially don't have to have any creativity. You just create a really good email. All right, great. Boom. Give him a hand. Today I actually wanted to take a look at some ads, but not just any ads. I've been seeing some good ads lately. And then there's this new feature with Instagram that if you're looking at somebody's ads, you can go back and see more of theirs.
A ton of broke people booking calls with you and your sales team for your high ticket product, and it's frustrating, and your sales team is exhausted with dealing with broke people, and you're trying to figure out how to get qualified people who have the buying power to invest into your high ticket product or offer. Click the link on this video.
Okay, so what kind of opener was that? What did you just look at there? We unpacked a lot, so let me know what you guys think. What kind of opener was it? What was the angle of it? And why may it or may not work? Qualifying question. If you're a coach and you are, qualifying question. Okay, good. So lead was certainly a qualifying question, but let's dig a little bit deeper under the surface. So here's something that I've noticed in a lot of high ticket sales and high ticket things. So I obviously don't sell high ticket. If you guys don't know, high ticket is like, usually in the industry, it's like 5,000 plus. Some people call it like 2,000 plus, but usually it's like at least 3,000 or more. Also, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. But I know for us, whenever I worked in that area, that would be a big problem, right? So this is very, 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 very relatable to a lot of coaches. Because what happens was, so let's take us for example. We put out this like mindset training and gave it out, and we got leads from that mindset training. But here's the problem, right? The problem with the mindset training is that like 6-figure entrepreneurs who are doing like 10K a month plus already are not giving their information for a mindset course, right? And it was marketed as a mindset course. It was marketed as a $3,000 mindset course, now on for like $27, that sort of thing. And the lead from that were terrible. The leads were garbage. Everybody hopping on a call was like, no, man, I actually haven't started my coaching business yet. And I don't have any money yet, and I haven't sold anything yet. And I can't buy a program for $5K. So needless to say, it was dookie, right? It was a dookie approach that one time.
I want you to follow me inside this dealership because I want you to stop dreaming. Come on over, take a look at this. This is an exotic car dealership right here in Boca Raton, and they have what we consider to be most people's dream car sitting here, from McLarens to the latest Ferraris to Aston Martins, Vipers, and everything else. But
okay, so this is a great example of something that Matthew was speaking on that I wanted to expand on as well. So the last Matthew call, which again, fire. If you guys haven't seen the Matthew call, I'm really not sure what you're doing. You need to go back onto week 1. It's like week 1, day 10. That's where I put it. But the Matthew call was absolutely nuts. Like my man went in. He went absolutely in. Again, Matthew's coming again next month, probably twice. So make sure you guys are ready for that. And of course, my man Mr. Blue's coming in as well. So as I was saying, you don't have to convince people of what they already want. A lot of people think that copywriting is about trying to convince people. Oh, well, I gotta tell them how great my program is. I gotta tell them how great I am. I gotta tell them how many years I've been in business for. No, that's bro. So here's the other thing, right? I've been up accountants and stuff. I called up and I was looking at this one accountant's sales page, and first of all, accountants sucked. If I had an SMMA, the first thing I would do is go for accountants, and I would fix everything that they do, because everything that they do is shit. But anyways, I was on their website, this terrible Squarespace looking ass website, and they had a little VSL there, so I went and checked it out. The VSL is literally some lady who's doing like an interview, like she's being interviewed, and she's like, "Yeah, we've been in business for this long, and like, you know, we've been doing really well, and I know that in the coming years we're gonna be doing well because we're really obsessed with our customer and blah 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 blah." Nobody cares. So what is he doing, right? This ad is for people who love luxury cars and who want an exotic car but can't pay the exotic car price. So if you've ever wanted the car of your dreams, I'm talking Audis, McLarens, Lambos, Porsches, Audi R8s. Okay, then I know the way to do that. I'm going to show you exactly how. What does he not do? He doesn't say, "Man, you need to get yourself one of these cars. Look at this Audi right here. It's a V10, naturally aspirated. It's pushing 600 ponies, okay? And look at how sleek it is, all right? Now, this thing doesn't get the great mileage, but everybody's like, he doesn't have to do that shit. He does not have to do that shit. And that's where copywriters get. See, a lot of the times in the beginnings, copywriters have so many terrible, what would you even call them? Like they're just preconceived thoughts. They're like things that they think copywriting is about. And it's like, no, copywriting is not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that. People think it's about using your power words. It's about, oh, if I say you're able to ignite your income, then people are going to be like, oh, yeah, I like those words. This is going to be dope. It's really not about that. It's like Matthew said, right? Matthew said, you don't really have to sell the thing. You sell the thing that sells the thing. And Matthew said that, but that was something that was also in cash advertising. I think it's cash advertising, something. You sell the thing that sells the thing. And Matthew's example was, and I'm quoting Matthew here from the last call, which was dope. But Matthew's example was, okay, look, and bro, this is why I like listening to Matthew, bro. Matthew is literally like Alex Hormozy of copywriting, because he keeps like the information high quality to where you kind of actually have to sit and think about it for a minute, and it's not just the surface level shit, right? So, okay, you have to sell the thing that sells the thing. So all of us are sold on the idea of copywriting, right? I don't have to sell you, oh, well, this program has this, has that, has this, has that. It's like with copywriting, you can travel the world. Copywriting is one of the very, very few things that you can do where you don't need a degree. Anybody can start, right? Doesn't have a super high barrier to entry. You're not going to risk any money. You're not going to do any of that. And you have the ability to make money with just a little bit of time every single day while you travel. All you need is Wi-Fi. And you do not need that much time, because you're getting paid for the value that you bring rather than what you know. Rather than how long that you work. So you're not getting paid per hour, you're getting paid by your skill. And skill monetization is by far, it's almost like a superpower, bro. People are going to be thinking you're a drug dealer. You're going to be like, nah, man, I just monetize my skill. That's why I can travel and do whatever I want. And that's what I was thinking when I was over in Toronto. Man, I can't get over how amazing Toronto was. Like, I can't. And that was only Toronto. Wait until I'm hitting up Dubai and Mykonos, Greece, and hitting up Italy and hitting up Oslo, Norway. It's going to be ridiculous. And what is it all thanks to? It's all thanks to copywriting. With copywriting, you can make 5 to 10 grand every single month, travel, and you can stay in the nice hotels. You can eat the nice dinners and still have more money at the end of the week that you did when you left. Whereas with this other stuff, if you go to college and do all that bullshit, man, you got to take vacation. You got vacation pay that you might be able to get. Probably not, honestly, that vacation pay. And you're going to be on vacation, but trying to live frugal. Bro, there's nothing, I'm telling you right now, there's nothing worse than a frugal vacation. A vacation where you're trying to save money, where you're trying to hotel hack, you're trying to hack to get the cheapest ticket for your plane. There's nothing quite like peace at mind traveling, which is what you get to do with copywriting. We're all sold on the idea of copywriting, but then there's something that we're not sold on. We're not sold on the traditional idea of school. We're not sold on that idea. Some people are sold. They're not. See, here's the thing: the people who go to college, you're never going to convince them, bro. You shouldn't be going to college. You should be trying to make the money online. You're gonna be like, why the fuck would I want to do that? You're gonna be like, bro, that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I get comments on my videos all the time. Yeah, man. 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, this dude's gonna be broke. He's gonna run out of clients. AI is gonna take over, and he's not gonna be able to do anything. Okay, fair point. But why is that? Because the people who go to school, they're sold on the idea of security. They're sold on the idea of they know exactly what's going to happen. That there's a high likelihood that they're going to get a job. And it's going to be a quote unquote good job with a pension, where they get to retire one day, where they can make enough money to maybe afford a home, start a family, and do this other stuff. That's their dream. And that's what they go for. That's the safe route. And they're completely sold on that. You're never going to convince them, yeah, man, you need to go and do this copywriting thing. It's like they don't hold the same core values. And so it's like this ad or like any other ad where they're qualifying. It's like I could come on here and say, hey man, copywriting is the best thing. And I could just do a whole seminar in front of a class, in front of a college class. And they're gonna be like, we don't care. We don't care. We're here and we're happy to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a piece of paper. That's it. And years and years and years of our life cramming and studying for tests, we're willing to do all that for the safe route. Because that's what they value. They value safety. They don't value the extravagant lifestyle. They're not into that, right? So it's the same with this ad. And it's the same with copywriting in general. I see a lot of people do this wrong. They try to sell the thing. They try to sell the cars. The car is so good, and you're able to get this car for only $200 a month. I'm going to show you how. All he's saying is, hey, you've wanted an exotic car, but you've never felt like you could ever own one. People are going to be like, yeah, I do feel like that. And people who are talking about, oh, well, I'm not going to get very high mileage on that. Like, he doesn't need to speak on that. He doesn't need to speak about mileage because this is not for people who care about 30 mpg. This is people who care about, I want a fast car and I don't care if it gets me 7 miles per gallon.
But you know what they don't have? They don't have you right here as a buyer or a driver. And this is a problem because you see, in the last just few years, I've helped over 22,000 people get into the exotic car of their dreams, and many of which were able to do it using zero. That's right. How does that even work? But did you know that in the exotic car space, you could buy the right exotic car with the right options, the right model, the right mileage, and ultimately drive it for free? This is what our platform teaches normal day-to-day people every day.
I mean, shit, bro. I'm pretty convinced everybody in this call right now wants to drive a supercar for free. Let me know. I mean, tell me, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I said, yo, I can show you how to drive a Rolls-Royce Phantom for free. I know he didn't show any Rolls-Royces, but Rolls-Royce Phantom for $0. Would you pay $300 to learn? $200, whatever it is.
If you're an entrepreneur, if you're on W-2, regardless if you have a part-time job, full-time job, whatever side or place of the world you live in, your opportunity to drive a better car is happening right now by learning what's inside this course. And what I want to do is give you the chance to join right now because Black Friday has started. It's live.
The Black Friday, Jesus Christ. Thing almost attacked me. Black Friday angle is going hard. I've noticed it a lot. Probably it's going hard. Right? Probably everybody's doing it. And the thing is, bro, is that the people who I see doing it, they're just like, huge Black Friday sale is going crazy. And their program was $1,000 before. And now they're like, here's the thing, right? Now you can get this for only $1,000 Black Friday price. And people are like, oh, Black Friday, but bro, get me in there, man. Little do they know the price didn't even move. I'm pretty sure this guy's price did not even move. Not even $1. Oh, it's good. It's entertaining.
And you could join our community for just $197.
I went from driving a $100,000 car at a complete loss to driving a $200,000 AMG GTR for free thanks to Exotic Car Hack.
So click the link below, join us, and learn why car hacking is the most financially responsible way to own your first, next, or every exotic car you've ever dreamed of. Click the link and I'll see you.
It's financially irresponsible not to hop into this. You know? So again, he's not convincing you of, oh, the cars are awesome. You already know the cars are awesome if you're watching this. Right? Let me know. Yeah, I'm literally sponsored by Audi. But also, put in the chat, what's your guys' dream car? Anyways, guys, that is it. And of course, make sure you enjoy the video and leave a thumbs up. All right, everybody. See ya.